This is a barbarian clown. This is Clash of Clans in front of millions. And this is a real-life giant. Clash of Clans has had hundreds of updates and many things have changed throughout that time. So today I'm going to be showing you 21 old Clash of Clans things that you didn't know existed. Everybody knows that Clash of Clans is an amazingly produced game with over 500 million downloads. It's almost as if a whole team is behind its creation. If you were ever curious as to who the creators of certain aspects of the game were, you can always check the credits. Yes, that's right, Clash of Clans has a credits section embedded into the game. If you go to settings, you can see the credits button, and once clicked, it'll play a scrolling animation, almost as if you were watching a movie. In the early versions of Clash of Clans, or should I say Codename Magic? Yeah, that's right, Clash of Clans was known as Codename Magic before the developer team thought it would be a better idea to name it Clash of Clans. Good thing they stuck with that. Clash of Clans troops have seen major updates over the years, but there's some things about these troops that used to be completely different. Many people know that when Elixir troops perish, Elixir bursts out of their soul, and the same with Dark Elixir troops. However, the baby dragon is the only known exception to this. When the baby dragon dies, a burst of Dark Elixir comes out rather than Elixir. Pretty strange considering it's an Elixir troop. Speaking of death animations, each troop after being killed spawns a gravestone. Along with the gravestone, a floating human skeleton body comes out, which would make sense for all troop units that resemble a human. However, this doesn't only apply to barbarians and archers. When a non-human troop perishes like the dragon, it also spawns a ghost-like human skeleton. Weird to think about since dragons are mythical creatures that don't resemble humans. You've probably upgraded a troop in Clash of Clans in your laboratory. In fact, probably more than once or even several times. You may know that with each upgrade, a new level is added to the troop, which is indicated by a little number beside the icon. But in the early stages of the game, that wasn't always the case. Pre-2015, troops used to have stars for each level they were at. For example, 2 stars for level 2 and 3 stars for level 3, and so on. I guess that Clash of Clans realized that sooner or later they were going to run out of space, so swapped it out with a much nicer looking number icon. Speaking of troop upgrades and the laboratory, it's gone through a lot of changes these past few years to say the least. But during all of this, only a small percentage of players actually caught on to its secret, which is its 3rd and 4th door. From a 3D angle, the laboratory seems as if it only has 2 doors, but in fact, the gold arches of the other doors are visible, indicating doors from the other sides as well. In the old days, Clash of Clans was big on advertisements. I mean, it was the only way to bring more attention to the game. So Clash of Clans made a commercial, but not any commercial, it was a Super Bowl commercial featuring Liam Neeson. The craziest part was that this advert costed Clash of Clans around $9 million. Good thing it paid off though, as it was the most successful one there. When you think of lightning spells, you probably think of their utility to help you take down important defenses like the Eagle Artillery, Inferno Towers, or even scatter shots. But what if I told you that lightning spells were used to collect resources? When the lightning spell was introduced to Clash of Clans, players were free to use it anywhere they wanted, meaning that the players were dropping the spells on every single storage and collector possible. Unfortunately for us greedy goblins, Supercell changed things and made storages immune to spell damage, making us attack for Dark Elixir. Most people think that defending your base is a difficult task in Clash of Clans, but little do they know how lucky they are nowadays. Besides creating your village one wall at a time, the second most annoying defending feature was rearming traps. Before, Clash of Clans made it so every time you were attacked, you had to rearm the traps that were triggered during the battle. This includes spring traps, bombs, giant bombs, and even defenses like the Eagle Artillery. So I would keep the complaining to a minimum since I wouldn't want these features to come back anytime soon. On April 1st, 2014, Clash of Clans made a Twitter post saying, "This is the moment we've all been waiting for. Clown Wars is finally coming to Clash of Clans." If you couldn't tell by the date, this was of course uploaded on April Fools, showcasing some really amazing clown art with the Clown Barbarian in the centerpiece. It was teased that these troops would come to Clash of Clans in a limited time event, but nothing has happened so far. Another prank that the Clash team has pulled off on its community was with the release of pets. Many people have forgotten that pets weren't always included in the game, and the release came as a big shock to the community, as Clash of Clans decided to upload another April Fool's joke with a video of real pets being used along alongside heroes. Not only did this throw off people's guesses, but when it came true, everyone was shocked and excited. One of the most cursed things that you could do is donate level 1 goblins to all of your friends in your clan. But did you know that in older versions of Clash of Clans, whenever you donated troops, they would leave your base through the water? Which is weird, as now they have a designated path that takes them out of your village. Back in the day, Clash of Clans had some very interesting features. Walls used to have upgrade times of up to 15 seconds. Buildings could be sold at any time, from things like army camps, defenses, resources, and even your town hall. And the mobile game itself was first launched as an iOS exclusive, but a year later came out to all Android users. But did you know that there is a secret reference that is still unsolved? You see, in the beginning of the tutorial, you get introduced to all the features of Clash of Clans, including the wizards that you use to attack the Goblin Village, which are stated to come from a place called Ivory Tower. After almost 12 years of the game being released, there is still no known hint or release feature relating to that of an Ivory Tower. It could be where your troops get transported from the path they take, or possibly a new clan capital district, who knows. Speaking of the Goblin Village, it was different in the trailer that showcased Clash of Clans. Yes, that's right, Clash of Clans had a trailer that had several different features to the modern day game that we now know and love, showcasing an outdated UI, foreign designs, and even green grass in the Goblin Village. That was pretty crazy, but what's crazier is that Clash of Clans had a collab with Puzzle and Dragon. These two were one of the biggest mobile grossing games, so to increase revenue and traction, they decided to collab. Clash of Clans didn't include much other than a few adverts, but Puzzle and Dragons went all out, incorporating custom Clash of Clans troops into their game, which was very cool to see. Another site that is cool to see is the Clash of Clans subreddit. Yes, I included it here because it feels very forgotten. The Clash of Clans subreddit has a very welcoming community that always makes me feel right at home. So if you ever feel like complaining about a feature, make sure to join the Reddit. Complaining about Clash of Clans features isn't uncommon though. In fact, it used to be a very prevalent action when the game was first introduced, as your troops would take ages to train, from armies taking over 1 hour or more. But that wasn't the craziest part. The craziest thing was that when you log back in to use your trained army, it may not even be there half the time. That's because if your base was attacked, your army was most likely dead, and you had to train your troops all over again. Clash of Clans is a game filled with amazing structures and buildings. However, they are not limited to the game itself. If you have seen or went to any of the ClashCon events, you would have seen that there were many real-life structures and statues of in-game troops there. In fact, as you walk into Supercell headquarters, there is a big wood carved sign with their logo on it. However, the coolest structure by far was the one that the team did to celebrate their 5th anniversary, making a giant, real-life giant statue in the sand in Huntington Beach, along with large functional water cannons. Those were 21 things that you most likely forgot about. Thanks for watching, and YouTube thinks you like these videos next.